Hey guys, Doitonadime here. I don't know what it is about food storage containers, but it's like you put one in a cabinet and all of a sudden you have 85 of them. My first tip seems obvious, and that's to declutter, but you have to do this every few years because food storage containers are like rabbits. So go through and find all of your matching lids and containers and get rid of the excess. Remember, all of the containers that you keep take up a footprint in your home, and you are making yourself more disorganized by keeping so many containers, and you would use them a lot more effectively if you had fewer. Can you really fit all of those containers in your fridge anyway? My second tip is to implement a drawer system. I will link down below the exact drawers I have for keeping all of my containers so I can nestle them inside one another. This is great for organizing really difficult to access cabinets. My next tip is to keep your lids separate from your containers. This is gonna allow you to see the containers you have and match the lid accordingly. This has worked really well long-term in every space I've organized. If you don't have a lot of money to spend, as I've showed in other videos, you can use dish pans to organize your containers, and for smaller containers for Carson's lunches, I just use Dollar Tree desk dividers, which work awesome. My next recommendation is to upgrade as many containers as possible to glass. Now I know this can sound expensive, but the Dollar Tree sells them and they're super high quality, and I also have a few from Daiso, which is the Japanese dollar store. It's so much better to use glass containers health-wise, but also cleanup-wise. They're not gonna stain and they last a lot longer. I'll put a link down below to my favorite budget-friendly containers. The more your containers can nestle into one another, the better off you are, because even if you got a bunch of containers for really cheap or even free, if they can't nestle, you're not gonna be able to keep your cabinet organized and it's gonna drive you insane. So it is worth the few dollar investment to get containers that do. We do have plastic food storage containers, and I use them for Carson's lunches because I'm not gonna send him to school with glass stuff. That would be a disaster. I also keep our aluminum foil, wax paper, and plastic baggies in one of those pull-out drawers. But my favorite tip is to take those plastic baggies and put them in a separate container. I take them straight out of the box, and that way, anytime I go to make lunches, I can grab that bin and I can set everything on the counter, so making lunches is just slightly less hectic. We do keep a few large plastic containers on the side of the bins if we have to transport items to parties or we need a lot of storage. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you could boil everything down just to a few ideas, declutter your space. You do not need as many containers as you think you do. Upgrade to glass when you can, and allow yourself to have a drawer system in whatever cabinet you're working in. Be sure to subscribe if you want more budget-friendly organizing tips, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Here's your present! Do you like it, dude?
Yeah.